Good evening, dear participants and all my dear friends. Good evening, Priyadarshini ma'am. Today we have Dr. Priyadarshini with us again, a lecturer and program director, Cardiff Metropolitan University Campus, Cardiff, Wales, UK, with us today. Ma'am has Ma'am has completed her PhD and she has more than 22 years of experience, and she has published more than 40 book publications, and she has attended various invited talks at university level, conferences. She has 300 plus citations, and with so much bundle of knowledge, today again she has accepted our invitation to continue for day 5 session with us. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. And yesterday it was really good, and many of our participants were very happy for sharing your knowledge for data visualization, Tableau. Not only with respect to Power BI, you have shared the knowledge whatever you have already. It was really enriching session for us. So we would like to continue session with us today also, and looking forward to have a very good knowledge sharing with us. Thank you very much, ma'am. It's over to you.
Yeah, sure, Dr. Radhika. So thank you for introducing me, and I mean, it's my pleasure, like doing the session with your with your team of participants, and and the PhDs. I think I heard PhD scholars also attending the session along with the faculty. So it's really glad to be here, and it's my pleasure doing my session, and I'm looking forward to give the best of my knowledge for today's session too. So thank you, ma'am. Maybe with that note, I would like to again invite everyone for today's session. And so as I mentioned yesterday, and so yesterday we covered in terms of we discussed the importance of data visualization, and we also explored what all the tools we have, right? We or we can make use of, like from the beginners, intermediate, and the advanced users perspective, what all the different tools we have to go with, to do the data visualization in order to get the useful insights
Yes,
out.
Reverend Father Salvador, the
No, no,
manager,
no,
for
no.
gracing us with his.
Sorry, I'm not sharing. I'm not at share. I have not at shared. Sorry. I'm gonna share in a minute. All right. Okay, I have not yet shared my PPT slides. Okay, I'm just giving a recap of yesterday's session so that we can move on into today's session. All right. Hope is that fine. Okay. All right. Just to continue the recap, we explored about the different tools which could be used for visualizing the the insights from the data. Obviously, that these insights is going to help the organizations to improve their decision making. So that's what we discussed, because organizations are moving towards data driven decision making, right? So on the same flow, what we're going to do is, so yesterday I got sorry, I took some time extra yesterday, sorry about that. So I because yesterday we got the time to explore Tableau, and I quickly showed upon, maybe if you're not used Excel, I thought I'll just give you a quick visualization with Excel. And also I've got just showed you the pathway. There's something we can do with Python also towards analyzing the data and getting the visualization done and all that. And so that's what was covered yesterday. And what I'm planning for today is, because obviously today I want to focus the core, which is the core focus of this FTP. So today I want to take up Power BI alone, because of the rest of the things were almost not touched upon yesterday. So today our focus will be on Power BI. Okay, I'll just have just few slides to just give some overview about Power BI, maybe not more than 5 minutes. So, and then what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna strictly I'm gonna quickly jump onto the hands-on, because I don't want to drag the time for today. Okay, so I want to just finish on time today. So that is the plan for today. So I'm gonna give you some overview, and then with that have some couple of some 5 to 6 tasks to explore, like how to do the data visualization with Power BI. So what all the options we have with Power BI to do the data visualization. So this is the agenda for today. So now with that, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So as I mentioned yesterday, At any point, because I'll be sharing my screen, so at any point, if you're not able to see me, or if you're not able to hear me, or if you're not able to see my screen, right, at any point, any technical difficulty, please you can unmute and tell me, because I'll not be able to see like in the chat or something. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my entire screen so that I can move across the files. Yep. Then okay. Just a second. I'm not able to. I'm going to do it again. Okay. There is some issue with my. I'm not able to share it. Let me try again. There's some issue with my to share my screen. Okay, let me try. I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, why I couldn't.
Ma'am, screen sharing option is enabled for you, right, ma'am?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. There's some difficulty. I'm trying to do it in a minute. Whereas I can share the slides to you quickly. I can send the slides. Maybe just to cut down the delay. I'm gonna share my slides quickly to you. Let me share my slides to you, ma'am. Sorry about that. Why? Yes, I will show. Okay, I'm gonna send the slides to you, mom, just to avoid the delay. Okay. So. Wait. Share my. Dr. Rakshita, I have sent the slides.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry, can you just share the slides just for me alone so that I'll sort this out. Like meanwhile, I can
Okay.
I can start with the slides if you
In
could
this,
share. So meanwhile, I'll try to sort this. I mean, at my end too, so that I can show my Power BI screen hopefully.
ma'am, did you share in my this one mail?
Yeah, I have sent you an email, ma'am. Dr.
Okay.
Akshita.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. Yeah, I'll try this again. Meanwhile, to share the screen. Is my screen visible, ma'am, now? I've sorted, hopefully. Dr. Akshita, is my screen visible?
Oh yes, ma'am. It is loading. One moment.
Sorry about that. Okay, there was some issue. I didn't get the control to. All right. So, hope my
Yeah, your
screen is.
screen is loading now.
I
Yes,
think
yes, ma'am. Screen is visible. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Okay. Please let me know once you're able to see my slides.
Yes, ma'am. Now we are able to see your
Oh,
slides.
all right. Okay. All right. Okay. So today's there's some delays and technical difficulties. Hopefully it will be sorted. Okay. Hope you're able to see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Today's session is data visualization with Power BI. Literally to quickly brief about Power BI. So this is one of the most widely used tool. I would say this is one of the top one. I would say out of the market share. So this is the top one, top most, most widely used tool, for data analytics and visualization. And basically, obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, so we can also make use of Power BI for to analyze our data and to get the insights. Okay, so because when there are a lot of other options available, which I'm going to show you in a minute with the Power BI user interface. Okay, so basically what we can do is with the help of a Power BI, so we can actually we can bring the data whatever we would like to analyze as a data analyst. So we can bring in the data. Okay, we can import the data whatever we want to analyze, and then we can do the analysis. Okay, and then do the visualization, graphical visualizations. Okay, and then obviously you can create a dashboard as we did for Tableau yesterday. So you can do a collective dashboard. Okay, right. So once you have done your dashboard, okay, the good thing is, so there are a couple of options we have with the Power BI. So the things are basically what we can do is, so you can either save your your analysis report. Okay, you can either save it on your or for your personal use, or if you're working for an organization and if you're analyzing your organizational data, right? So maybe you have a couple of other options you can share with your colleagues or the top management. Okay, so you can all how it basically it works is, if you could see for example, the data analysis, it starts with the Power BI desktop. So we do the data analysis with the Power BI desktop, okay, which we are going to do today. That is the scope of today's session. So once the analysis is done, okay, so what we can do is we can publish our the reports, the data analysis reports. We can publish our reports into the Power BI service, which runs on the cloud. Okay, so and your data goes to the Power BI service, and from cloud, so through the cloud, we can also disseminate our published reports to to the end users via the Power BI mobile apps. Okay, so this is how it this is how it really works. There are more advanced options exist. So that's what I would like to say. So it not only helps to analyze your data to get your insights, also you can share your dashboards and your reports to your top management or to your colleagues, right? So that is the power of Power BI. So that's about the Power BI thing. And as I said, like, it has it like you can do a very good storytelling, you can do custom visualizations, you can create smart dashboards, all that you can do, right? And I just brought some applications. So where like the applications of like like data analysis and visualization, I would say maybe like when mostly like if you look for the common or most widely used applications, so I would say like maybe this like analyzing, so mostly organizations, if they want to analyze their sales performance, or if they want to analyze what customer speaks about their services, right, to get some customer insights, right, about the like about their from the feedback they gave to the organization, or if they want to analyze the financial data, right, or even like even I, because my research is around like I work with advancing early diagnostics with healthcare, so I work a lot on a lot of healthcare data. So because even I use like Power BI, I use both Tableau and the Power BI, and I like, because I'll have like benchmark data sets available for the research purpose, so I do that as a researcher also. So what I do is some I need some basic insights, right, I can use and get that basic insights. So it helps me, the tool really helps me. So that's what I added this also along with the standard application. So even now if you want to analyze any data, if for your if you're involved in research, and if you want to get some basic insights from the data which you feel which might help you to plan your research further, so then maybe even you can use these tools, okay, so to gather some insights from the data which you are currently focusing on for your research. So that's what I would say. There's quite a lot of applications. I just brought few applications where we can use these tools to get the insights, okay. And so I mean, I think most of you might be knowing this, maybe you might be because you're working on this FTP for the last 4 days. So maybe the previous session speakers could have shared like where you can go download the Power BI desktop and all that. So maybe I'm just adding for information. So you can you can download this Power BI desktop from the Microsoft Store, okay. You just need to sign in and you can download this Power BI desktop. I have just given a link here. So if you have not done, maybe you can download it, okay. So and you can download and install it in your machine. So and this I've already covered. So and our focus today is going to be I'm gonna cover like how to do the data visualization with Power BI desktop. Okay, right. Okay, so that's a quick overview about the about Power BI. Now I'm going to take you towards the hands-on. Okay, so in terms of the tasks for today, I've just got some 5 to 6 tasks. Okay, right. So what all I'm going to do now for the next 30 minutes is, okay, hopefully, so I'm going to show you the Power BI interface. Okay, right, and then I'm gonna show how to import the data, Excel or a CSV file, okay. And I'm just going to show you as I mentioned yesterday, sometimes the third task would be I'm going to show you how to prepare your data. I'm going to show you some simple demos on that, okay, because sometimes as I mentioned yesterday, sometimes the data what you have, it might not be in a very good form, which which is not gonna really help, right? So sometimes you need to prepare your data according to your requirement, according to your analysis requirement. Okay, so you need to, so that's what we call it as data preparation. You need to do some data cleaning, or you need to do some data transformations, so that you can bring your data into a form suitable for further analysis. Okay, so that is the data preparation phase. So I'll be showing that. Okay, I'll be showing some basic data preparation demos, and then also I'll show you how to create calculated columns or measures. Okay, because obviously whatever the data we have in our source file, we can import that into Power BI, and also Power BI has an option where we can where you can use your there's an option data analysis expressions. So DAX they call it, so basically it's you can just write your own query like a formal language to create you can create new columns, or you can create new measures. Okay, that option is also there with Power BI. I'm going to just show you maybe an example towards that, a demo towards that. Okay, and the next one, is like the next. And then once I show you how the data preparation we can do, then like I'll show you how to, like with the prepared data, how to create some visualizations. Okay, how to do the data visualization with Power BI. I'll be showing you that. And then the next task would be, I'll be showing like once we create a dashboard, okay, like how we can further enhance the dashboard. That is how we can do the interactive data visualization with Power BI, right? As we did in Tableau yesterday. So we're going to see how we can do that in how to do that interactive visualization with Power BI. And finally, I'll just show you how you can just find, once you finish your dashboard, once your report is ready, how you can share it. Okay, so this is what how you can publish and share it. Okay, so this is what my agenda for today. Okay, now with that note, I'm going to so that's all from the slides. Okay, and then with that note, I'm going to take you to my Power BI. And in terms of the data, before I go into the Power BI, so in terms of the data, I'm going to use the cookie company data set, which you could have received it through Dr. Akshita. And just let me quickly show you the data so that, like, we can jump onto the analysis. It's taking some time. Yeah, it's opening. Okay, so it's okay. Let me zoom it so that you can see it. Okay, hope it's visible. All right, so it's just also, this is also a sales data set of a cookie company data set. Okay, if we look into the attributes, you could see, like, like what all the products they are selling, different types, like, cookies, chocolate chip, and if you scroll down, you can see what else we have. It's a huge data set. Yeah, fortune cookie. So there are different types of cookies they are selling. Okay, and they are selling across countries. Okay, like France, United States, Germany, Mexico. They're selling these cookies across the different countries. And this data, it gives us the details about, like, how many units were sold on like, across regions, okay, or across countries, okay, across different product type. Okay, how many units of cookies were sold. Okay, and what was the revenue and gained through the sale. Okay, and what was the cost, okay, they spent on making the cookie, right, cost. And then like, and the overall revenue. Okay, and then this is the overall cost. Okay, and then when was the sale happened, right? So these are all the data. Okay, or these are all the data we have with the simple cookie data set. Okay, right? So now I'm going to because let me and now I'm going to import this data into Power BI. Okay, this is the data I'm going to use for today's demo. So that okay, then I'm going to go to the Power BI. Yes. So I just what I've done is I've just installed the Power BI desktop through the link I showed, right? Okay. Hope it's fine. Okay. Right. So, okay. Is someone speaking to me, or someone got unmuted? All right. Okay. I'm moving on. Hope it's not me. All right. So what I'm going to do is let me reduce my. It's fine. So okay, I'll move on. Okay. So I'm just going to create a blank report. Okay. I'm not using any templates. I'm going to do it from the scratch. Okay. Right. So I got my home screen now. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like get data. I'm gonna you can, as we did in Tableau yesterday, you can click the get data. Okay, to import your file. Okay. What I have is an Excel file. So I'm just going to click the Excel. I'm just wondering, is the basic visualization covered in any of your earlier sessions so that I can plan accordingly? Is any basic
Yes, ma'am.
data visualization?
Yes, it has been covered.
Priya, your mic has been muted.
It is not muted, sir. It is unmuted only, but we cannot able to hear the voice.
Madam, unmute, please.
Sir, it is
hope-
unmuted only.
Unmute.
I can see. Now it is muted. Now unmute, ma'am.
There is an audio again issue.
Sir, am I audible now? Am I audible, sir, now?
Yeah. Now you are audible, madam.
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
because no worries. I've connected another device so that I can speak over
Yeah,
that.
there is maybe a mic issue. You can continue now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. So I think hope it's fine now. All right. So I'm gonna let me start. Please let me know at any point if you couldn't hear me or any issues. Okay. Right. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So already my screen I have shared. Right? So I'm just going to the Power BI now. All right. So okay. So I'm going to import my Excel data set. Okay. The one I showed you. Okay. Open it. So it will take a second, some few seconds to import it. So I've just gone to the get data icon. Okay. I've just imported my Excel. So it will be loaded now onto the screen. Yeah, it's establishing connection.
Ma'am, please, can you please name the file, ma'am? Which file we need to check, ma'am?
Yeah, you have to take the cookie company. There is a cookie data set, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please take that cookie data set and you can import it into Power BI. Okay. So
Thank you.
I've got here. All right. So there are like two sheets, financial and cookie sales. The one I showed is a cookie sales. So I'm gonna select. You can select the sheet, like which sheet data you want to import it into Power BI. Now I wanna like pick this cookie sales data. Okay, right. So when I click that sheet, okay, you could see your data has appeared here, right? You could see whatever I showed you in the Excel, right? You can see it here, right? If you just click load, okay, here, your data will be loaded into Power BI and you can see your data pan there and you can do your basic visualization. Maybe that has been already covered, you mentioned, right? So now what I'm going to do, since the basic visualization is covered, I want to show you something towards around doing the data, doing some data preparation works. Okay, data transformation stuffs. Okay, I'm going to show you that. Okay, hope it's not covered. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So now, if I what I've done is I've just imported the data. Okay. Right. I've just chosen the respective sheet from my Excel. Okay. I've got my data here. If I click the load button, okay, now what will happen is that the data will be loaded into your Power BI interface and you can see your data panel, okay, as we saw in Tableau yesterday and hope you have seen in the earlier sessions too. So you can just do the drag and drop, create the visualization. That's the default thing, okay. But I want to show you how we can do some data preparations. So to do that data preparation, what you need to do is you have to click transform data, okay. So if you click transform data, okay, so then you get your data, okay, you'll get the options to do some basic transformations on the data. Yeah. It's loading. Yes, so now it opened the Power Query editor. That's the place where we do that basic transformations, okay. This is your Power Query editor, okay. Right. Yeah. All right. So now see when you click transform data, okay, so your Power Query editor will be opened, okay, and you can see your data there. Okay, now you can do some, if you want to do some data transformations, okay, you can do. For example, okay, for example, if you see here, I have my country, the attribute I have the country. For example, if I have nothing to do with my country, okay, I just want to do my complete analysis across all the countries wherever I'm selling, okay, I'm not going to touch the country, okay. For example, next is the product, okay, and if I just click on the drop down here, you could see the different products we have, like chocolate chip, fortune cookie, oatmeal, snickerdoodle, doodle, and sugar white chocolate cookies. So there are different types. For example, if I feel, okay, if I feel for example, I stopped, if I feel I stopped selling fortune cookie, or I stopped selling oatmeal, okay, so then if I feel I don't need those product details for my analysis, you can check out that, okay, you can just check out that, okay. For example, if I don't need fortune and oatmeal, okay, you can check out that, all right, and you can click OK. So if you do that, okay, what happens is, so whatever the update I've done, so that will be applied. So now literally what I'm doing is I'm just filtering the rows, I'm taking the data only whatever I need for my analysis. So I've done one sort of, whatever I've done is I've just filtered the rows or the product details which I don't need for my analysis. I'm just doing for demo purpose, okay. I'm just letting myself know I don't need it, so I'm not taking it, okay. So that is one thing you can do. You can filter, you can do some filtering, and you can select what you want, okay, out of the given data, right. Next, so here you could see the column units sold. Let's see the values of units sold. I could see here something like a 0.5, right? So I mean, 0.5 doesn't make any sense, right? Because when I say 0.5 cookie on sale, that doesn't make any meaningful. It's not meaningful, right? So what I want to do is maybe as a pre-processing thing, as a preparation thing or a cleaning task, okay? Like what I can do is if you click, if you right click, okay, what you need to do is click on the, okay, I'm just doing it again for you. Just click on the attribute name, do a right click. Okay, if you do a right click, okay, and for example, I don't want decimal values in that, because when I say a sale, I want it to be a whole number. Okay, right? So change, so you can do that, you can do that change. Like for example, change, I want to change the type to whole number. Okay, right? So I have done that. So I've done the change. I've changed the type. So whatever I'm doing, you can see here, what are the steps I'm doing, all that steps comes here. You can see here, right? In the query settings window, right? So I've done one thing. And let me see, like, it's based on, I would say, like, you need to look into the data and you need to see, like, what sort of, data pre-processing I need to do, okay, for this particular data set. So you have to think about it, and then you can do the appropriate, the transformations with your data. Okay. So, and then I'm moving on. I have revenue, nothing to do with that. So revenue cost, all is fine for me. And that's a date, date, month, year, all is here. Maybe I would say here there's maybe I am not happy with the, for example, I'm not happy with month number. Okay, I just need, I find month is fine for in terms of the attribute name. So what you can do is you can just double click and you can edit it. Okay, I just want a month. Okay, so you can make it as a, you can rename the attributes. It's not that, or not only you can play with the values of the attribute. Okay, you can rename the attributes, all that you can do. Okay, right. So so now, so this is some basic pre-processing. Okay, so you can do, so import your data. If you want to do some data preparation, click the transform data button. Okay, and when you click on that, your data will be loaded into the Power Query editor. Okay, and where you can do whatever the the transformations you want to do for your data. You can think about it and you can do all that. Okay, just as I did some sample ones. Okay, so assuming if I've done some, I've done my, assuming I've done my data preparation. Okay, right? So then whatever the changes I made, right now, all that need to be applied on the data source, right? And then which is imported inside the Power BI. All that need to be applied, right? So all the changes need to be applied. So for that, what I need to do is, if you see your screen top left, right? I'm just showing you. See, there is a button here, close and apply, right? So if you click that close and apply, what happens is, so this Power Query editor window will be closed, and whatever the changes we did now, whatever the transformations we did now, all that transformations will be applied on, all the changes will be applied to the data we have in the Power BI source. Okay, so I'm gonna close and apply. Okay, I'm gonna close and apply. Takes few seconds to do that. This should not come. It will take few seconds. So it is applying the changes. Okay. Right. So now, now we have applied all the changes on the data. Okay. And now your data should appear on the data panel now. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, it's loading. It's taking long time for me. Are you trying parallelly at your screen? Are you getting the data panel loaded into your home screen, OBS screen? Are you getting it? Or does it
Yes,
take
it has.
time?
In my case, it has.
Yeah, it should come. In mine, it takes some time. So once you do that, you will be able to see your data panel here, and you'll be able to start moving on with your analysis.
Okay,
Right.
is this a delay in the
Yes.
loading depends on the data size or the computer's capability?
I would say both. I would say both because in terms of the data, ours is not very huge, right? So it might be because of the system, might be that might be some system issue at my end. Maybe that's why it takes some time. Because
Okay.
our data is not very huge, right? Because as you well mentioned, both might be reasons. If the data might be huge or the system issue, it might be system issue. So it's taking some time. Right. So hope you're all getting it. Okay. Let me not delay the thing. I want to show you the next one. That is like how you can create new calculated columns, and that's my next task. I want to show you that how to create in addition to the attributes whatever we have in the data source, we can create new columns, we can create new measures. I just want to show you that. Okay. I got stuck. Let me start this again. It got stuck or something. Okay, let me do it again. Just give me a minute. Okay. So maybe with the imported data, maybe you can play with the visualization. So meanwhile, I'll set my interface ready. So you can if your data is available on your screen, you can do some basic visualizations. Maybe you look into the data panel, which is in the right side of your interface, and you can see all the attributes appearing there. Okay. So just you can see a report window, right? So just drag and drop the attributes and just try to create some visualizations. You could see a visualization tab also on your interface. Just play with that. I'll be right back, and I'll be sorting this out in my end. Sort this out. So you can play with the you can do the basic data visualization with the data whatever we have imported. Okay. It again. Okay, I have restarted again, and I'm going to share my screen to show the next task. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, hope my screen is visible. Okay, I'm going to show you the next one, like how to create calculated columns with data analysis expressions, that is DAX. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to create one new report. Okay, I'm going to input my data. Okay, just gonna choose the same data. Yeah. So it'll be loading now. Takes a long time. It's taking a long time.
Ma'am, if you click the double left arrow over the
Which
data
one,
tab,
sir?
it will give you, ma'am.
Here. No,
Double
it's not.
left.
It's not imported, sir. Like I've not loaded it yet.
You can just click and just check.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, now okay, it's taking now. Now I think it's a bit slow at my end. See, yeah, it took some time. All right, so I got it finally. So since I've showed you the transformation, I want to load the data now this time. Okay. Let me try. Hope it's loaded. Okay. I think the system issues here. Okay. There is a system issue. Okay, I'll do one thing. The system is, what's wrong with it? It's all working good. Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll just show you. I have a quick video to show you. Maybe it's so I don't want to take your time. Okay, since there's some technical issue here, I'll show you a quick video, right? So that will help you to to create a new column. Just give me a minute. Give me a second, okay? I'll stop sharing. I'll just show you how you can create a new column and a new measure, okay? So let me go back to my Teams. Yeah. I think system is the issue. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. I think there's an internet issue also. It's very slow. I'll do one thing. I'll do from this one.
So the something like fortune cookie.
Screen. All right, so I hope you're able to see my screen. Okay, I want to show you the quick video. Let me show the video at least. This is a very nice video because I'll show you
to kick things.
Okay, I'll show you what I'm going to show you right now is this is one very good video which I recently watched. So I'll show you how to create a new column which has been demonstrated in this video. Okay, how to create a new column calculated column into our data. Like I'll just quickly finish it off. Sorry about the technical issue. Okay, I'm just hope you are able to see the video and the audio. Okay, I'm just going to play it for you. Okay, right. So I will I'm just gonna play from the beginning. I'm not gonna show you the entire video. I'm gonna share the
Our
link.
January sale is on. Save up to £400 on your next holiday. So is it going to be random gadgets or golden hour?
Skip
Pricey
this.
retinol?
So a sheet called cookie types. I'll pick the sheet called cookie types, and this is all the data I was expecting. So I'll click on load.
I'll just
or place an order. You
take
can see
you to
their
the
order
place.
ID, what product they ordered, how many of those cookies. Also, over on the left-hand side,
These are like data
now that
preparation
we've
stuffs.
established our
Okay,
data
I'm gonna
side
take
and hover over on orders.
Yeah.
And here
Yes.
I'll right-click.
Right. This is the one. Okay. For example, on your data field, you could see the whatever the data. For example, if we import the cookie data, you could see that like in the data pane, you could see what all the data sources you have imported, right? If you just right click, okay, on your data, on your data source, right? If you right click on the particular data, the data source, right, you will find an option to create a new measure, new column, like that. Okay, if you want to create a new measure, okay, you can click new measure. Okay, then the Power Query editor will be open there. I'm going to show you. So you just need to type a query, okay, of what measure you want to create, okay, and and how you want to compute the value for the particular attribute. You just need to formulate it as a query. Okay, I'm going to show you now.
At the very top of this list, there's the option to add a new measure. Let's click on that. This now drops me into Measure Tools, and here I have this line where I could enter a formula and I could enter any functions. It might remind you a little bit of what it looks like in Microsoft Excel when you enter formulas and functions. And here it says measure equals. So right at the beginning, this is the name of the measure that I want to create. Now I want to know the total number of units sold. So I'm going to remove measure and I'll type in total number of units sold. When you enter your measure name, you can enter spaces in here. You can make it however long you want it to be. In fact, it probably helps to make it very descriptive just so you can tell what that measure is later on. Now that we've entered the measure name, here we have an equal sign.
So there is an attribute in our data set like units sold, right? So like every row, it contains how many units sold on the particular cookie product, right? So if you want to know the total number of units sold, okay, so I want to create it as a measure, okay. If I want to know the total number of units sold across all the product types, so then I can create a measure. I can give a name here, okay, like total. I can give a name for my new measure, like total number of units sold is equal to how we write a query generally, like that. So then I have to just give like sum of units sold, right? I can apply this, we have the aggregate functions like sum, average, median, and all that. So all that built-ins are embedded in this DAX option. So you can you can choose the right aggregate method, and you just need to pass on the attribute, the respective attribute. If I pass like sum of units sold, so that will compute the the total number of units sold, right? So the sum will give you the total number of units, right? So like that. So that's how the measure will be computed. So he'll be just showing in a minute.
This is referred to as the operator. So as we go through and set up this formula, I'll also call out what all of the different syntax is. So far we have the name, we have an operator, and now we want to specify a DAX function, and we're going to use the sum function. It's pretty similar to Excel. In Excel, you have a sum function. In Power BI, we have a sum function as well. So here I'll type in sum. And as I type in sum, one of the really neat things is you have this thing called IntelliSense. And so here I can see all of the different functions that have sum in it. Now I just want to do a basic sum, so I'll select the one here on top. I also see a description of what it'll do. It'll add all the numbers in a column, and that's exactly what I want to do. If you remember from the data we looked at, units sold was in a column, and we want to sum up that entire column. Now, one of the big differences between Power BI and Excel, in Excel, you could sum up individual cells, but in Power BI, when you use a sum function, it's summing up the entire column or all the values that are part of that field. Here I'll type in sum, and now I need to pass in a parameter. For the parameter, I want to add up all of the units sold from the orders table. So here, when I open this parentheses up, I see all of these different parameters that I can insert. Now, when we look at this, you'll notice that it starts out with cookie types, and then it has this bracket with cookie type or cost per cookie.
So here, this cookie types is the data source, okay? And within that particular data source, so these are all the attributes, like units sold, revenue, these are all the attributes. So in this demo, like, he's using like more than one data source. So cookie type is one data source, customer is another data source. So that's why it shows all that, okay? So it's, we need to choose the right data source and the right attribute, which we want to supply in, okay?
Not knowing what's going on in my
sorry
business.
about that.
That's what keeps me up at night. The fact that we run on Monday.com and that it takes our
front part here, this is the table that it's referring to. And this second portion is the field. Now I want to add up all of the units sold, and that's in the orders table. So if we look over on the right-hand side, you'll see that the high-level table is called orders. And if I look down here, I see a field for units sold. So if I look through this list, I'll scroll down until I see the orders table. So here's the orders table. And right here, I see orders and the field units sold. So I want to select this one because that's what I want to sum up. I've now typed in my function, and now I'm going to close the parentheses, and I could either hit the enter key or I could.
So this is a, like, he formulated a query, right? So it's like, so he want to create a measure, okay? He want to create a measure, number of units sold, that is equal to, he's using that aggregate function. So sum of, which attribute we want to sum, okay, from which table, which source. So order is the, data source in this example. So he is just using the, table name and the attribute name in that, okay. That's it. Like, the query is formulated. So now either you can press enter or you can press the, the tick one.
Come over to the left-hand side, and I could click on this commit icon. I'll click on this icon, and I've now created my measure. Congratulations, you've created your very first measure. Over on the right-hand side, I'll expand the space just so we can see the field names a little bit better.
Yeah.
Here now you see the new measure that you just added. Here I see total number of units sold. Now that I've created my measure within the field list.
Yeah. So this is the process. Maybe you can try at your end. So you can choose, you can choose we imported the cookie types, right? Cookie sales. So just click on that, right click, we can create a new measure. Okay. And then try, you'll get the, the query editor where you can type in, you can type a query as I showed you, and you can see the new measure get created and that get updated on your data pan. Okay. So this is one thing I want to show. And the one more thing I would just want to show you is how you can, so what we created is a measure, right? And also you can create a, because measure is where we apply some aggregate operations on the attribute, right? So that becomes a measure, right? So also you can create some columns, okay? New columns you can create, okay? Which will be calculated based on the existing column values, okay? Right? So that's what he's going to show. I'm not going to show you the whole one, okay? I'm just going to show you the same, again, what you need to do is go to the respective table name, right click, you have to choose the new column, okay? And let me quickly show you that alone, okay? So I'll just try to move to that. I'll be sharing this video link, okay? Because the time is less. So I'll share the video link. You can watch it and you can practice it. For example, I can give you one example for a column, okay? For example, if you see the cookies data set, there is a column like cost and revenue. Cost is the amount they spend, okay, and the revenue is the total revenue they got out of the sale, okay, right? So here, if you could see in this example, there is no profit column. Suppose if they want to know, this is the amount we spent and this is what we got, okay, what total. So what is the real profit out of it? So to find the profit, there is no column characterizing the profit value, right? So maybe what we can do is we can create a new column, okay? So to create a new column profit, so what is the the formula involved? Obviously, revenue minus cost, right? How much we got in hand and how much we spend. The difference is the profit, right? So you have to just write a formula like profit is equal to revenue minus cost, right? So you have to write the formula in it. So, and if you just press enter, and then the new column get created, and you could see on your data pan also, you could see your new column on there, and you can drag and drop and see the visualizations. Okay, so that's one more thing I want to show you. Okay, so I'll show you.
And over on the right-hand side here, I can insert a new column.
So
when I insert
this is another option. Either you can click the data pan, right-click the data pan, okay, your table name or your sheet name. You can either do that way, or okay, under your like, you know, in your interface, you could see there's a, like, you know, under the table tools menu, you could see a new column there, right? So you can click new column or new measure. So you can do either way. Okay, both the options you can try. Okay.
New column, here it asks me for a title for that column. So here I'll type in profit. To the right of that, I can now enter in my formula. And just like we did before, here I want to type in revenue minus cost. So here I'll type in revenue, and here it identifies that there's a column in the orders table called revenue. So I'll select that. Now I don't have to sum it because it'll just do that by default. And here I'm going to subtract the cost. I'll type in cost, and here it finds it in that table. I'll select that, and then I'll press enter. Yeah. And here it automatically.
So what you need to pass is when you make the formula, okay, on your right hand side of your expression, what you need to do is, so what I want is I want to take the revenue attribute and I want to take the cost attribute from the order table. Okay, so it will give you automatically, everything is embedded. You just need to, like, you know, choose the from the drop down. Okay, so he has done that. He has got the two input attributes. From this, from these two attributes, the profit will be calculated, and that becomes a new calculated column. Okay.
Populates this column. It's called it profit,
it's
and it's calculated what the profit is. It's taken the revenue minus the cost, and here I see all the values. This looks pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
So what is ClickUp?
So that's what I want to show. In terms of the like, you know, video. Just to let me go back to my slides. I hope the slides helped us, even though I had the technical issue. I'm really sorry about the technical issue. This was quite unexpected. And I'm going to my slides. Okay. So I'll be sharing the slides along with the video link so that it will be helpful for your practice. Okay, let me go back to the last one. Okay, so like, you know, so yeah, like we have seen the Power BI interface, and we imported the data, and I showed you the data preparation, right? How to do the like basic cleaning and transformation. This was covered. And since like basic data visualization has been already covered, right? And I want to show you this one, but I'll show you with a video, okay? Because I want to show you, because that's an important bit. I'll show you this one, because how to now, okay, we do the, like, bring the data, do the preparation, do the data transformation, and then you can insert new columns, measures, and all that. And then then followed by, you can do the drag and drop thing. You can drag and drop from the data pan to your report interface. Okay, you can and then you can drag and drop the fields, create your graphical visualizations. Right now, how to how to bring that interactive dashboards. Right, so that is the last part of today's thing. So I will show you in a video. Okay, just give me a minute. Hope I'm having the video with me. Interactive is having the let me take the video for you quickly. So this is the other video I'm going to play for you. Okay, that's the final part. Okay, I'm just going to take you to the last part of the video. If we're going to stop your brother, I'm going to need the old Sorry about the ad.
Love hurts.
This is also very nice video.
Save up to £300 per booking. Holiday deal sorted. TUI, live happy.
Hi everyone, Kevin here. Today I want to show you.
Skip you to the final
now
part.
You see that I have two different queries. One of them is on my cookie sales, and the other one is the Wikipedia article. It shows it by year. So
he's doing the basic visualization. I hope you are already familiar with that, right? So your data pan, you drag and drop, okay, and you choose your visualization, right? Hope you're familiar with that. It's because since it was covered, right? So this is your data pan, right? And your visualization pan here. right? So you need to choose your data field, right? And then choose your respective visualization. So the graphical visualization appears here, right? So this is your basic visualization. I want to just show you the interactive visualization aspect alone. Okay, because I'm not sure whether this was covered early. Whether the slicer option was covered early in any of your previous sessions.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, is it covered, isn't it? Oh, then it's fine. Okay, because I want to show you that alone, because if that is covered, then maybe I think I don't need to repeat it. Yeah, because you can use the slicers. Maybe I'll just show you that bit alone. Okay. Yeah, this is the one coming in. Okay, I'll just show you that alone, because using that slicer option, okay, so like how we applied the filter in the Tableau, right? So we can use filters across all worksheets, right? The same way. So here, you can use that slicer option, you have the slicer option here. You can use the slicer option. You can drag and drop, and you can apply your, you can just do your filter and see what you want. Okay, just I'll show you the last bit alone.
Chart, and for the bar chart, I want to look at sales by product. So then I'm going to drag and drop.
Yeah.
Here you see a simple bar chart that I inserted, and it shows me all of the product names and the associated profit for each of those products. So here I could see that chocolate chip cookies generated the highest amount of profit, and then the fortune cookies generated the least amount of profit. Now that I've inserted all of these different visuals into my report, it's also very easy to slice the data. So here I could bring in a slicer. I'm going to insert that, and then I'm going to drag and drop the country name on the slicer. So here, if I just want to view data for the United States, I could click on the United States, and you'll see that all the visuals now adjust to reflect just that country. Similarly, I could click on Mexico, and that'll shift to Mexico, and I could go through and slice my data by country. So very quickly, I could see my profit by date by country. I could see the population, and then I could also see which product was the most profitable very quickly simply by selecting the market. Another way I could also slice the data is, rather than inserting a slicer, I could also click into my different visuals. So here, if I click on the map on the United States, this too also serves as a quick way to slice my data. So here I could just see Germany data, I could see France data, or here I could see Mexico data. So very quickly I can I could very quickly slice my data. Here, if I just click on the map in, let's say, a random area like the Atlantic Ocean, it'll then turn on all the different countries again. Even in the table too, I could click on a country here, and that'll filter it by that country. And once again, I could go ahead and undo it.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of really valuable information in this report now.
Yeah.
I also want to show you how you could change.
So, maybe I'll just play this rest of the thing, because how we can do the, how you can format your, once you create your dashboard, once you make your, once you use all the slicer options to bring that interactivity as he just showed now. So maybe then you can do the final formatting, and finally, how you can just either save your your report for your personal use, or you can share it with your with your organizations, kind of that stuff. So that's the last part. Okay, I'm going to show you this
look
video.
and feel of it. This report doesn't look all that great, so let me go ahead and see how I could change this. If I go up to the ribbon and I click on View, under Themes, I have all these different themes that I can apply. Now, maybe the executive theme would be a nice one, so let me click on Executive, and here you'll notice that the colors changed, and it looks a little bit more professional in my opinion. I can also adjust the look of my different visuals that I have within this report. So if I click on the visual, over here under visualizations, the initial view is the field view, but here I could click on format. It kind of looks like a paint roller, and if I click into that, I could adjust all these different elements of the visual. For instance, let's say I wanted to make the title a little bit bigger. I could click on title, and then I could go ahead and increase the text size. And so maybe I make it a 20-point font just so it stands out a little bit more. Maybe I want to call out this one, and I could go through and modify the titles on the other ones as well. All in all, with these different tools that you have under the format tool, you could go ahead and get the visuals to match your company or your business's brand and look and feel. Feel free to go ahead and play around with it and get it to how you want it to look. I've gone through and I have this report. It looks pretty good. If I wanted to add, say, additional pages to my report, I could also go in and I could add more pages. I could also go ahead and rename this page if I wanted to, but for now, I think page 1, That sounds fine. Once I'm done making all of my edits, I want to go ahead and save this. And to save it, I'm going to click on File, Save As, and let me go ahead and for now, I'll save a copy on my desktop. I'm going to call this Kevin Cookie Company Report and then click on Save. Now I could use this on my own just fine. I could analyze the data, I could create different views on my data, and I can work in isolation. But really the power of Power BI comes from being able to work with others and being able to publish reports so other people can see it and other people can interact with the different views that you created. To share the report with others, first we need to publish it. So let's go up to the File menu. We're going to go down to Publish, and then we're going to publish to Power BI. The Power BI service is what houses all of these different reports that we publish. So I'm going to go ahead, let's click on Power BI, and it says, do you want to save your changes? I'll go ahead and save the changes again before I publish. And then it asks me to choose a destination. I'm going to go ahead and select my workspace. Look at that. It looks like it was successful at saving it to the Power BI service. Now what I could do is if I click on Open Kevin Cookie Company Report PBIX, I could open it in Power BI. Let's go ahead and open it and see what this looks like. This will open up the Power BI service, and here I can see my Kevin Cookie Company report on powerbi.com. And here too, I could go ahead and filter the data just like I did in the Power BI desktop application. The nice thing about putting it on the web is if I want other people to come in and to see my visuals that I created, I can go up to the top right-hand corner and I can click on Share. This opens up the share dialog, and I have all sorts of different options here. I could go ahead and grant access to different individuals by entering in their email address. I could also go ahead and I can allow them to share the report with others. I can let them create new content based on the underlying data sets, and I could send an email notification, and if I make any changes, it'll include it for them. So here I could define what the permissions are when I share this with other people.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's it. That's about it. All right. So just to summarize, okay. So on what has been covered with Power BI. So with I've just covered how to do some basically how to do some basic data preparation with Power BI, and then obviously the analysis creating basic visualization is already covered. So how to do the basic visualization, and then how to enhance the interactivity with the help of using the slicer options available. And then finally, how to do that. How to create, I introduced two more features. One is the DAX, that is your data analysis expressions, where you can formulate an expression and using which you can create new measures or new columns. So that was something we brought in today. And obviously, you have also been introduced to the Power Query Editor, where you can use that Power Query Editor to do your data transformations. I think those two stuffs has been added to you. And finally, I have just showed you finally, how to finally, publish your reports and how to share it with your colleagues and to your organization. So that was covered. Okay, so this is what is planned, and unfortunately, I couldn't show you the demo towards creating the columns and the measures due to the technical difficulty. And I hope the video helped you. So I'll be sharing the slides. I'll be sharing the slides along with the video links after the session. And yeah, I think that's it from me. And thank you so much. And I'm really my apologies for the technical issue. Which was quite unexpected. Sorry about that. There was some delays due to the technical issue. I'll see to it hereafter. Okay, I think something wrong. I have issues with my machine, the other machine I was using for the demo. All right, sorry about that. All right, so any quick questions? Anyone has any quick questions? I'm happy to answer. Any quick questions for anyone? From anyone?
Is there any website or link where we can get to know the formulas for the DAX?
Okay, I can share. I have some relevant links. I'll update. I have added only the video links for now. Maybe I'll update some relevant links towards DAX and the Power Query Editor. Yeah, I can do that.
That will be wonderful. Yeah. You can do
there
that.
There are some blogs. There are good blogs available. Yeah.
You can add that as one of the slides in your presentation, which can be shared with Dr. Akshata.
Sure. Okay, no worries. I'll be sending it. I'll be adding these video links, and also maybe I'll add the blog link. There are good blogs, actually good. I have some. I'll update and send you the updated one today.
That will be wonderful,
All right.
because yesterday Mr. Rajan told about Pawan Lalwani, and today you told about Kevin. So
these both are good. His videos are really good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, because it's amazing. It's very, very, very accessible. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll share all the links. Okay, relevant links. Okay, is everything fine? Any other quick questions from anyone? All right. Okay, so hope you find like the sessions useful, and hope you'll be you'll be moving forward towards again enriching your enriching your skills towards this data analysis and visualization, and which might also surely I'm sure that's all going to help you towards your research also in addition to the teaching. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
dear participants. Thank you for your queries, and I think you had a good interaction, a good session with ma'am. Dear ma'am, it was a great pleasure that I heartily extend thanks on all behalf of our university and our HOD, Dr. Praveen Raja sir, and for all our participants for delivering such an insightful session on fundamentals of data visualization with Power BI. Ma'am, your expertise and clarity in breaking down the complex concepts were truly remarkable. The way you guided us with the fundamentals of Power BI and are demonstrating the data visualization concepts to empower us to apply the skill in our own work. Basically, for any building any knowledge, fundamentals are very important. So it will create a very strong foundation for us, and that you made us. And the examples and engaging presentation made the entire session not only informative, but we enjoyed the session. So the technical sessions and all is quite common, but you manage that with all other the knowledge or the information. So on behalf of all of us here, I would like to express gratitude for your time, effort, and dedication in sharing your knowledge. And thank you for accepting our invitation. And we would like to collaborate more with you in the future, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable contribution. We hope we have a privilege learning from you again in the future. Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Rakshita. I was just thanking you. So thank you for the opportunity. It's glad to be here, and I could see the interaction and the active participation. It was really a pleasure doing the session and meeting you all today. Glad to collaborate in future too. So thank you all for the amazing sessions and opportunity. Thank you. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. See you. Bye.